The barber industry is changing, and the ones who are winning right now aren't just the best with clippers. They're the ones who learn how to turn their skills into content and their content into a business. If you're stuck behind the chair cutting all day and posting random reels hoping that it'll bring clients in, you're not alone. That's exactly where my student Callum was just a few months ago. Fully booked, working hard, but no real online income, no strategy, and no idea how to scale without burning out. But in 90 days, we changed all of that. He went from making £0 online to 5k a month, not by luck, not by going viral, but by following a clear content system. And in this video, I'm gonna break down step by step exactly how he did it, how he structures content for impact, how he positioned his brand to attract buyers, and how he launched a digital offer that sold without even a big audience. This video isn't theory and it's not bullshit. It's just the same systems we use inside my mentorship program, and it works, even if you've never made £1 online before. So if you're serious about building something beyond the chair, grab a pen, turn off your distractions, because by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly what's possible and how you can start doing it yourself. Let's get into the video. Okay, welcome to the video. Like I was saying, I'm going to show the exact blueprint that we took my student Callum from a 0 to 5k a month using super simple systems, and even with a small audience, you can do the same. So by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to 10x your business, earn some money online by using professional content. Let's jump straight into the video. So before the system, I wanted to meet Callum. When Callum first came to me, he had 8 years experience of cutting hair and he was also fully booked. But he was completely invisible online. He had no content strategy, no digital income, and no free time. So, like I'm saying, I don't just help barbers that are new to the game. Callum's been in the industry for 8 years, and it's super important that it's never too late to jump on board when you want to start to see the new systems that come into place. Like, Callum came to me and he was just sick and tired of constantly having no free time. He wants to be able to earn a little bit more money on the side. He's been seeing all of these young guns coming in saying they're making this much a month, and he didn't really believe me until he started working with me one-on-one and actually building the systems. And by the end of this video, you're going to see exactly what's possible so that you can start implementing it straight away. Let's show you exactly how we changed all 3 of those things so that it changed his life forever. What I need you to know is your content is the asset that works when you don't. If you're someone that isn't posting content regularly, you're not helping yourself out. You're actually going against what you need to do, because you're sitting there and you're not showing the world what skills you have, not giving the opportunity for people wanting to learn from you, okay? You're just stopping yourself from scaling. You're stopping yourself from the opportunities that arise from posting content. Posting content changed my life. It's allowed me to travel around the world while still getting paid and ultimately doing what I love, cutting hair and helping others. So you can do the exact same thing. Just pick up your camera and start creating content. What we need to do was create a content system and visibility. Callum's goals was higher paying clients, more reach, and diversify your income. We're going to break down exactly how we covered all 3 of these in 3 simple ways. So first of all, how are we going to cover high paying clients? That all comes down to pricing. How are we going to get more reach so people actually go onto his page? That's actually producing content that converts. And then we need to know how to diversify your income, which allows more free time, and that is through digital products. Let's go ahead and show the exact systems that we took to actually build these things out. So first of all, we need to have brand profile and clarity. We need to start from the ground up, okay? I've actually created a course on this called the Digital Storefront. I'll make sure to link it down below, and it tells you exactly how to structure your Instagram bio and your Instagram profile so that when someone lands onto your page, they know exactly what you want to do. So if you want to check that out, make sure to hit the link below. I'm going to use mine, for example. Before I was coaching people and mentoring people, this was my bio. And this is what I see a lot of barbers doing, okay? It's extremely generic, it's boring, it's bland, and it has no direction. When someone lands on your page and they see barber, Tim Brace, 19, they get no real value from you other than they might think that you're slightly unsure of cutting hair because of your age of 19. You don't want to sit there and give people the opportunity to come straight off your page. As you can see here, right now, all it says is book now and a link to YouTube. Again, there's nothing to it. It's just boring, bland. It doesn't persuade people to go, okay, this is a great page that I want to stay on. So now with the evolution of the bios these days, people's bios and the evolution of Instagram is changing daily. So you need to keep up with the trends. As you can see right now, this is when I was still not coaching people. This was when I was cutting hair full time. But it's unique, it's tailored, and it's engaging. So simply by turning from book now, I just wrote a little heartfelt message. If you're looking for a high-end tailored haircut to you specifically, then get yourself booked now. Look at the difference that makes compared to simply just having book now. It gives people the opportunity to read there and go, okay, Tim knows exactly what he's doing. He's going to give me a tailored haircut that suits me. Now we're going into the coaching phase or the mentoring phase. I'm now giving people a reason why they should stay. So they know exactly what I want them to do because I was still cutting hair full time at this point. It says book now by hitting that arrow. It tells people what it is I do, helping people make money online by building their personal brands. This is actually older. I was using a Tim the Creator account. That account's gone now, so ignore that. But here's everything. So it tells people exactly what I do. It shows them direction and it gives people a reason to stay on your profile. So this is what we did for Callum. We built his brand and his profile clarity straight from the ground up because this is the foundations of your content. So we actually fixed his foundations, okay? So first of all, we fixed his profile so that when everyone lands on your profile, instantly knew exactly who he is, what he does, and how to book. We want to make sure that there's zero friction from people to understand who you are and how to take an action. I see time and time again, barbers having a booking link on their system and then you have to download a separate app. This just creates so much friction. You want to make it a seamless process when people want to book in with you. And that's going to stop you from converting your content into views, clicks to clients, I'd like to say, because there's too much friction to actually get bookings onto your chair. But then we also figured out and decided what his content pillars are actually going to be that matched his strengths and started building consistency with his posts. So how do we actually make the content pillars? It's super simple. We do it within 3 phases, okay? We have a testing phase, we have data-driven, and we have systemized, okay? And this is the phase 1 of reaching his goals. First goal he wanted to do was have more reach. So first thing we need to implement was testing, okay? This is where you find out what content's working. This stage was all about finding Callum's groove. Before we double down on strategy, we needed to test. So the focus here was simple. Post a variety of content styles, not just what performs best, but to figure out what felt natural for Callum to create. We use this phase 2, learn what actually resonates with his audience. That's super important. There's no point creating content that your audience doesn't like. Ultimately, we want to grow our audience and we want to grow our audience of people who actually support us, what we do. So next, we need to discover which content formats he actually enjoyed making. This is super crucial because if you don't love it, you're not going to do it, right? And content consistency is the aim of the game. So there's no point shattering your foundations from the moment you set off if you don't actually enjoy creating the content that you want to put out there. And finally, we need to start building consistency without overthinking. The goal wasn't perfection, it was traction. And from here, we started seeing the first signs of what could scale. So what sort of content was Callum actually posting? He was posting process videos, fast fade videos, consultations, clickbait consultations, and ASMRs. So why are we posting so many content styles? Because we need to understand what his audience likes and what Callum actually enjoys making. And this wouldn't happen if all he stuck to was just creating process videos or all he posted was fast fades. We wouldn't know what his audience likes and what he likes making because that's only 2 content styles that actually perform for him and what he's been posting. But that's where we come into the data-driven phase. From testing to tracking become data-driven, okay? Once we tested different content styles and found what resonates with Callum's audience, and more importantly, what he actually enjoyed creating, it was time to let the numbers lead. This is where shifting from guessing to scaling comes in. And this is super simple to do. And I break this all down within my mentorship program, but a little bit more on that later. But we need to understand how to read analytics properly. Callum could start making content decisions based on what's actually working. No more throwing content at the wall and hoping it sticks. Because I guarantee you watching this video, you are just posting content, chasing every trend out there and not actually using data-driven results to make sure that your content actually hits and performs well. This is what I love to break down within my mentorship program because it's super crucial to understand what content is working rather than just making 100 different pieces of content hoping that one is going to stick. So now, every post had purpose, every video built on what came before it, and slowly but surely, the views started turning into momentum. This is where growth really started to compound. And for Callum, the best content styles that worked the best for him were his process, his fast phase, and his consultations. And these are 3 powerhouses of content style videos. Why? Because process allows you to highlight your technical skills so that potential clients watching and followers can see you're actually technical and skilled within your craft. 2, fast fades is the fast, satisfying clips that could go anywhere from 7 to 15 seconds long. And these bring in a lot of views. So if you're someone that wants to bring in a lot of views, start filming fast fades because I've done it multiple times and reached millions and millions of people. And finally, I always implement consultation videos. Callum enjoyed making them, but again, I always try and get my clients to make sure that they use this content style because I say in every single video, it allows you to show the connection between you and your audience and also allows you to show you taking them from A to B. I know at first, Callum found it as well. It could be a little bit daunting, standing in front of the camera, having the conversation with the client, but you want to make this as natural as possible because the people on screen will see through if it's fake and it's not your genuine self. And finally, we need to systemize to scale, okay? Once we found what's working, the next step was simple. Systemize the process because in the content game, consistency is an option. It's everything. And I'm sorry, but if you're someone that isn't posting a minimum of 3 times a week, you don't take it seriously and you don't take your content seriously, and you are someone that doesn't want to grow their brand. There's no excuse as to why you're posting once a week or once a month. That is just not allowed. I'm sorry, but people are doing that. There's no point in you being on this video because clearly you aren't someone that wants to take this seriously and actually grow their barbering brand. But if you're aiming to hit 5, 10, 20K a month online and you think posting once a week will get you there, that's no strategy, that's wishful thinking. This is where most barbers fall off. Not because they lack talent, but because they lack structure. Callum, we built a clear, repeatable content system. This is super key so that you can keep your consistency. Once Callum knew exactly what to post, he knew when to post it and how it aligned with his goals. Now content creation wasn't a guessing game, it was a system, and a system that was built to scale. Okay, so if we break down the actual phase 1 of maximizing reach or getting more reach, it's simple as having a testing phase where you're going to test content styles and see what works best for your audience and for you. Then we move on to the data driven. So after a month, 2 months, you want to make sure that you understand what's working by understanding your analytics so that you can make content based decisions off data. Okay. So you have data driven content that sticks rather than just throwing shit at the wall and hoping that people are going to enjoy it. And then finally, we need to systemize the whole process so that you have consistency the whole way through and understanding what you're posting, when you're posting, and how it aligns with your goals. So now we know exactly what content Callum needed to create. How did he actually create it? This is something that I've pulled out of my mentorship program, and I call it the Content Accelerator. It's a barber's one-stop shop to create, edit, and post professional content all within an hour. So if you're someone that doesn't know how to create content and you don't want to jump into the full mentorship, it's currently on sale, and I don't know how much longer it's going to be on sale for. It's going to be linked down below. Click the link, check it out, and grab it for yourself. I promise you, you won't regret it. And this could be the possibility of your video going viral tonight and you waking up with thousands of likes, shares, saves, and potentially hundreds of new followers. So click the link, give it a watch, have a look at it, and let me know what you think. But now we've talked about that, let's talk about phase 2 of reaching the goal. How are we actually going to get Callum to have higher paying clients? The thing is, the hard work is already done because the hardest part is actually gaining more reach. Getting traction to your page is one of the hardest things. Once you have that, you can start to skyrocket your brand by upping your prices, selling digital products because you've got that audience. You've got them people watching you and you've built that audience, okay? So already now we've done the hardest part. The rest is just putting the systems in place. But how do we actually get higher paying clients? This is done by using a 2-step system. 1, pricing, 2, positioning, okay? You want to make sure that when you're upping your prices, you're doing it in a proper way. Because I know the old way that people seem to do all of the time, most people will just put a simple post on their story saying, right, here we go, I'm upping my prices from the 20th of July. The reason why you don't want to do this is because you only mention it once and expect people to adjust. You're doing yourself and your clients a disservice. You're not just raising your prices, you're repositioning your value, and it takes more than a one-off post. So you want to avoid just putting a story up saying simple as new price increase as of the 1st of July going up by X amount, okay? Instead, what we want to do is use the new way. Instead of just posting an announcement of a price increase with a quick story post, now I've zoomed in a little more, you can see it a bit better. You're going to guide your clients through a journey, helping them understand the value behind the change. Here's how to do it properly. So number 1, you want to start with a carousel post, okay? Make sure we have a carousel post, and within the first slide, you want to start with a high quality photo or video of you cutting hair on a clean aesthetic shot or your setup, okay? And add a clear label, price increase, affected, and then your date, okay? So you want to make sure that it's aesthetic and people know exactly straight away from this first slide that you're implementing a price increase. Secondly, we want to open with an appreciation. This is going to go on our second slide of the carousel. Share a short, heartfelt message thanking your clients. Let them know how much their loyalty means to you and how far you come because of their support. This is super crucial because you're letting your clients know that you value them, okay? Ultimately, you won't be in this position because of your clients. So you need to show them gratitude and appreciation to what they've done. And this could be super simple by just writing things in your own words and make sure to highlight why you thank them, how they wouldn't be in this position because of them, and tell them you appreciate that they come and support you constantly. We're building that storyline, so straight away they know there's a price increase coming, but we're not jumping down the neck by showing the price straight away. We've now opened with appreciation. We told them why we thank them for doing it, and now we need to introduce some new prices. So you want to keep it simple, professional, list the service and the updated price clearly. Simple as haircut is now going from 30 to 40, haircut and beard is now going from 35 to 45, Whatever your prices are, implement it clearly so that people have no confusion on what the prices will be. Then, on the next slide, which will be the 4th carousel, explain the why behind the increase. This gives your clients an understanding of why you actually are raising your prices, okay? This is where most barbers go wrong by being too vague. Instead of being personal, talk about the courses you've invested in, how you've leveled up your service, and how you're constantly improving to give clients the best experience. Highlight the rising costs, okay? So you want to also show that you're investing in yourself. Rather than as simple as, okay, I'm just upping my prices, show that you're investing in education. Show that you're investing investing in mentorship on content. Show that you're trying to improve day in, day out to give them the best possible service that you can, okay? It's super crucial to be transparent about the day-to-day realities, okay? So highlight how much your tools cost, your premium products, rent, cleaning, supplies, whatever it is, explain it, it all adds up. You need to put a little bit of explanation behind it because a lot of times clients go, what? You're upping your prices. And I remember when I was upping my prices, my clients would turn their nose up. But as soon as I start to break it down to them and I say, okay, I haven't raised my prices for this long, I have to pay for this, this, and this. So you need to just let them know why you're doing it rather than just simply slapping a new price in their face. This helps the clients understand the practical side of the increase, okay? And then finally, on the last slide, close with gratitude. A simple thank you goes a long way. Reassure your clients that the value they receive will always reflect on the price, okay? Again, we're thanking them, we're telling them we thank you for their support, and we're building them on the whole journey. So as simple as that, we've now understood how to effectively raise our prices, but the job isn't done just yet. And the final step we need to do is positioning. This is how we position ourselves as the authority, all right? And this is all done through our content. By the content we're making, we're already positioning ourselves as authority, as an expert, because you're putting your work out there and you're going to be in demand. That builds authority. As soon as you have the demand and you know people are coming in, that instantly gives you that authority and people can trust you and understand that you're a good barber, because a lot of the time, barbers aren't booked up. And if you're fully booked, you know that they're getting a good haircut and the proof is in the pudding. So the positioning is the authority, and that's by our content and what we're posting. So now we know exactly how to actually raise our prices properly and attract higher paying clients. Let's go on to phase 3 of reaching the goal, which is diversify your income. And this is where the Scalo systems come in. And this is my most important factor, because this is a lot of times barbers don't see the potential that they actually have by highlighting and creating a digital product based on something that they already know, okay? So what we're going to do is create a digital product, and we're going to create 3, okay? So the main digital product that we're going to create, and you would have heard me say this in all of my other videos because this is something that I teach barbers a lot, is we're going to build a high ticket program. Why? Because this allows you to sell to people for a higher target and you don't need as many clients come in. How do we actually build a product? We use the systems inside of Scalo so that you can build a product that actually solves problems for your audience. And this is super crucial because ultimately people don't pay for coaching, they pay for a transformation. They want to see that they can go from A to B, very similar to consultation videos. They want to know that when they invest in you, they actually see the transformation process. So once we have our full high ticket program service built out, this is where we can actually build other products based just off of this high ticket, so that we can pull slight things out of this, like my content accelerator, which I mentioned earlier. I pulled out of that of my whole mentorship program. I pulled something out of it. The reason why we want to have a low ticket offer is because this allows people to hop into your ecosystem, start to see what you do, and then they entice them to buy further because they've already bought from you. It's much easier to sell to someone that's already bought something from you. So what we did with Callum is we made him a high ticket offer, and then we made him 2 low ticket offers, and then used the systems over here, and we built the full ecosystem. I've explained this in another video in depth, and I'll make sure to link that above somewhere so you can watch that. But in a nutshell, what we do is we now master his content, which is his organic content, to drive traffic to his page. Then next, we need to nurture and redirect by implementing email sequences, DMs, lead magnets, etc., so that all of our content is pushing traffic to every single direction, pushing our traffic to our YouTube so that everything works together. And in harmony, you start to sell online. And Callum has now been able to use this system matched with a little bit of paid ads to push his low ticket product. And that is how we got him to 0 to 5K within the first 90 days. So let's break it down again on exactly how we did that. So phase 1, okay, we made sure that he got more reach by testing different content styles. We used data to make sure that the content sticks. And then we systemized the whole process so that he had consistency the whole way through. Next, we made sure that he knew exactly how to raise his prices properly by implementing the storytelling so that people aren't just slapped with a new price. Made sure that his positioning by creating better content allows him to generate more audience, generate more people wanting to get booked in with him so that it gives that demand. Then we made sure that we're going to build a digital product that solves a purpose, fixes people's problems, because that is the main goal. Then we pull out certain products out of that main ticket offer so that we know everything links together and everything funnels back to this high ticket product. Then we come over here and we implement the Scalo's ecosystem so that we have organic content pushing traffic to our profile. Then we have nurturing and redirect by using DMs and lead magnets. And then finally, what we need to do is funnel people down to an email sequence in YouTube so that when we create these email sequences in YouTube, that they're constantly doing the selling for us. They're building that rapport with the client. So now you know exactly what to do. This is your next move. So what do you need to do? If you're a barber sitting there watching this video thinking, I really want to be in that position that Callum was in, because just 90 days ago, Callum was in the same position that you are in right now, wondering the possibilities that can happen when you start to use systems that actually work to start scaling your business, not relying on luck, not relying on virality, but systems. And this is where I come in, and you can come and join me at Scalo. This is where we're going to work one-on-one together to start creating professional content, building out these systems, teaching you the exact process to create a product that solves a purpose so that you can start scaling to your first 5 to 10K month online. And the thing is, a lot of you watching are going to simply come off this video and not actually take action. And you're going to stay in the same position, and in a month, 2 months time, you're going to come back and think, God, I wish I did that. And this is what Callum was doing for weeks and weeks and weeks. He was procrastinating. And then finally he took the leap to jump on board, and now he's never looked back. If you want to be in that same position, drop me a message on Instagram, DM me the word profit, and I'll be more than happy to send you the information. Or simply click the link down below for a free discovery call where we can talk about how we're going to scale your business using systems the right way that actually work. But for now, I'll see you soon, and the ball's in your court. See ya.